Thank you, and welcome. OKA, OKA in Kenya, OKA. Well, OKA. I know that for a long time, uh, the, the election in Kenya is taking shape, and I really want to do my simple analysis on OKA. OKA, that is the third, the so-called the third force, or the third horse, which is which is which has Kalonzo Musyoka on board. We have Gideon Moi, we have Martha Karua, we have Cyrus Jirongo, and maybe probably other people behind there that we have not seen. What are the chances of Oka winning? The chances of Oka winning are 0.001%, unless a miracle occurs uh, that they are able to put forth a candidate who can beat the candidates that already have taken the forefront. Well, we are not demeaning anyone. That's why we are giving them that 0.0001%. Not in any way are we saying that. Am I saying that uh, they are they are not good or they are not competent? It's only that their calculation is wrong. If I were to advise Oka could have won if it remained intact with Kina Musalia Mudavadi, and the other guy who is also a very great Senator Wetangula. But what brings the problem to Oka? It's the mind and of indecisiveness. The indecisiveness of its leaders is what makes them look feeble, look like people who are not serious, people who are not focused, people without a cause. They are great leaders, by the way. If you look at their profile and you look at what they stand for, they are a great team. The only problem is that they are making political mistakes and analytical mistakes. When I say political mistakes, is that they they became too silent for so long that the other two teams actually overshadowed them. When I say the analytical mistake as where each one of them could think of joining, which side they may wish to go. But in my own analysis, Oka has only two chances. Oka has two chances of winning. One, they remain intact all the way to the ballot, which would mean that they will not get the position of deputy president or the presidency position in any of the two formations, that is in Azimio or Kenya Kwanza. But they are going all the way to the ballot would mean that we would have a second round, or what we call the runoff. The runoff would be good for them because they can now demand 40% of the government. 40% of the government would be theirs because they will join whichever team is winning. For 5 years, they can loan themselves to any political party. If they loan themselves maybe to Kenya Kwanza, for example, that is an example, then they are guaranteed for the next 5 years someone will not want to mess around for 5 years, because they know in 2027 probably Raila Odinga is not going to go to the ballot. That is, if they decide to go to Kenya Kwanza and they win, probably the Kenya Kwanza team wins, then it means that in 2027 they can now, maybe towards 2027 split, and then they can join, they can look for any other candidate and support them, which means now for 5 years they can loan themselves, and 2027 they try to group with other groups and form another force that will now compete with the Kenya, with the whoever will remain in Kenya Kwanza team. The second option is they join Azimio and they go together all the way to the ballot. If they join Azimio and go all the way to the ballot, there are chances that they could win. They could win. I say they could win because let us not downplay that Moses Mudavadi, is it Moses? No, not Moses. That is Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula came out of what would now mean a very bigger force. Now, people may say that, okay, they have no much following, but I can assure you, there is no political party leader who does not have his following. To whatever extent, leave alone the things that you call the village parties, the village what, the regional kingpins or regional what. You know, someone will say maybe in 2013 and in 2017 that Raila has always won in Western Kenya. It's true, he has always won, but he has also lost some people, you know, to these two people, that is Moses Masika, and to also the other Wetangula, to Mudavadi, you know. The bigger issue here would be that if in one way someone downplayed their role, that he has lost some substantial vote, because the Kenyan constitution anyway says 50 plus 1, 50% of the votes that have been cast plus one vote. You know, if this person uh, goes away with 20,000 or 60,000 votes, you know, that could mean winning or losing. Those who remember the case of Bush, President Bush, former president of United States, will understand how President Bush became president. You know, that one vote counts. That one vote is very important. If you think you're smart enough and you downplay that, you're not likely to go and win. So OKA, in this case, have a chance of going all the way to the ballot and having a post-election, you know, a post-election coalition with the winning team, with the whichever team they join that they think that is likely to win. Because if you have maybe probably a candidate who got 40% and another one got maybe 30%, there is a likelihood that if you join the one that got 30%, probably it would mean that you are going to come close to 45%. If you join the one that had 40%, it's probably going to become more have more touch. But the problem is, in a runoff, you never know who will come out to vote and who will not come out to vote. You know, and when people just sense that they are being defeated, they are not sure whether they can go out there and vote. So round two is not always the best option for any presidential candidate, because it can go either way. It's an extra time, like in any game. Either way can go. It can go either way. So Oka have a chance of winning not by joining any team, but waiting until the end. Because if they try to join any team, I suspect that there are going to be factions that are going to go to the other to the opposite direction. If they go to Azimio, there is someone inside Oka who will decide that I am not part of this thing. I'm going to go to the Kenya Kwanza, or remain, join another candidate, or go to the competing team. So my best bet for them is to go all the way to ballot, then force a runoff or a second round, and then with their mathematical uh, arithmetics, if they find that there is a candidate who has maybe 49% or maybe has 45%, there is a likelihood that that is the winning candidate anyway. Because if someone has 45, you had 15, and the other one candidate had maybe 25%, it would mean simple mathematics, you know. But if it is, maybe it goes 35-35, you can join in either team and you're good to go. So I will think, for me, Oka has only one option, not two. Thank you.